In this video, I want to talk about the top 5 challenges that men who are a little bit older and they have busy, productive lives and they want to take control of their health and fitness, their training, their eating, fitting into their busy, productive lives, the top 5 challenges and their solutions. I also want to give you the opportunity to join me on this journey on a connection that's a little bit deeper, absolutely free, in my members only website. I'm going to do all that for you and a whole lot more in this video. So I help men who are just like you. You're busy, you're a little bit older, you're looking all over the internet for information, training, nutrition, but you're looking for the information that is specifically designed for you, your lifestyle, your priorities. You don't have all the time in the world to dedicate to your fitness, but it is a priority for you. Right? That's the journey that I have been on for the last 16 years. Since I retired from competitive bodybuilding, putting so much willpower, focus, energy, and time into my bodybuilding, competing at the highest level of drug-free bodybuilding, writing about it, thinking about it, talking about it every single day. Don't have that willpower, focus, energy, and time, but here I am at 57 years old, still making a priority, being effective and efficient with that willpower, focus, energy, and time. And these are the strategies that I share with you. Again, specifically designed for you if you're an older man with a busy, productive life. I want to talk about the top 5 challenges that men who are like you and me, we face as we make fitness a higher priority. Number 1, we think that more is better when it comes to training. In our passion or desire to take our fitness to the next level. We're successful with our families and our business. We know it took a lot of work, a lot of time. So when we work on our fitness, we want to get into the gym, we want to be in the gym longer, we want to do more exercises, we want to train more often. And although I really appreciate that passion and desire, I'm telling you, more is not going to be better for you. More is not better, especially when you're a little bit older. You can't withstand that beating. You want a sustainable system that you can do month after month, all right? More isn't better. It's getting better at what you do in the gym, being more effective and efficient. That willpower, focus, energy, and time that I talk about. And that's the training strategies that I provide for you, right? On my YouTube channel here, on all of my social media platforms. When it comes to training, more isn't better. We got to become effective and efficient with what we do. Now, the best way to go about that is to not just add more days of training, not more sets, not more reps. I know it sounds like that's the best way to do it, but we got to block ourselves in. Shorter, more effective, just like in life. When you have those deadlines, you're going to be better at what you do because you have to, right? When we just add more and more and more to it, we may not dot every I, cross every T, and be more efficient with what we do. So we got to remember, more isn't better when it comes to training. The next challenge that men who are a little bit older face is that they switch their training routines around too often. When they look in the mirror and they don't like what they look, maybe it's that 10 or 15 extra pounds of body fat, or maybe they want to build that muscle. Right? They think it's the training routine that's going to make the biggest impact. They don't like what they look like, and so they go from training routine to training routine, right? Hoping that that training routine is going to make the difference in what they see in their body, right? We have to know that it's what we do with those training routines with the right mindset, the right intensity, the right form, feel, and execution, the right technique. Most of the training strategies that we use can get us closer to our goals. We need to become better and better at those training routines and not switch them up all the time. Can't worry about confusing the muscles and those type of things. We got to get better and better at our training routines and also understand everything that's involved, the training, the nutrition, the rest, all that is going to contribute instead of switching from training routine to training routine. Just gets a lot of older men more confused. The third biggest challenge that older men face is they get stuck on a number on the scale, right? Meaning, let's just say, I don't know, they're 5'11", and think they should weigh 190 pounds. That's just a guess. That's just a guess that they think they should weigh 190 pounds. And that leads to a whole host of problems, right? We want quality muscle, right? Maybe that weight for you might be 178 pounds to look the way that you want, lean and ripped and muscular. That number may be too high, and when men start dieting to lose that body fat, if that number drops down too quickly, all right, they abort the diet, they stop the diet, they focus more on their training, and then they don't worry about the diet and even getting lean because they get stuck on that number on the scale. It's just a guess. You want to use the mirror as your guide, and don't let your training strategies, your eating strategies, your cardiovascular training strategies, you don't want them to be dependent on that number on the scale. It's not a factor. We have to use the mirror. That's what's most important. All right, another challenge that older men face is that when they look in the mirror and they don't like the way they look, right? They want to lose that extra body fat. They want the muscle shape and definition. They think they're going to out-muscle all the different factors to improve themselves. They're going to train really hard, they're going to eat right, and they're going to build muscle, and that's going to morph and change into the body that they want. At this age, we fight really hard with our form, feel, execution, consistency in the gym to build that muscle, maintain that muscle. But I'll tell you, muscling up, gaining 10 pounds of muscle in the next year at this age, it's not likely. Now, we want to fight for it. We want to make a game of the training, overload the muscle, build as much muscle as humanly possible. But what's going to really make that difference is getting lean, losing the body fat. You'll be surprised how body parts, they improve greatly. You want that V taper? Lose the body fat around the midsection. That's going to be the solution rather than building this wide frame, this big back at this stage. Same thing with, you've got the man boobs, you've got too much fat in the chest area. Losing that body fat, you'll see how the chest muscles round out and really improve. Same thing with any body part. You want your arms to look better, your shoulders to look better. Instead of muscling up and think you're going to gain that 10 pounds to change that physique, the real solution is losing that body fat, and watch those body parts come alive and improve. The biggest challenge, though, that most men who are a little bit older and they want to improve this is they just don't put enough emphasis on nutrition. Maybe you've heard a lot of men here that to improve that physique, it's 80% nutrition, 20% training. And we hear that, and we know that when we get lean, how much better we look, right? So we know that to one extent, but we don't put enough emphasis on this. I really believe that the key to our age is getting lean and giving that appearance of being complete, about being healthy, about being fit, about being more muscular is going to happen through your nutritional habits. So instead of going from training routine to training routine and spending all our time on the internet looking for the magical training routine that's going to help us build that 10 pounds of muscle in the next year, and if we can't find it, we'll go to the next one and to the next one, right? That training routine, to have that illusion, I'm telling you, it's in your nutritional habits. We got to know how many calories we eat. I'm not saying we have to track every morsel that goes into our body. I'm not saying we have to weigh our food or spend all day on Sundays preparing all of our meals for the rest of the week. But we have to know how many calories that we eat, because that sets our personal metabolic rate. And that's the foundation to everything after that. It's so important that you learn more and more about nutrition. I know it's fun to go to the gym, right, and train hard and get personal records and really improve our technique, learn about different training strategies. It's exciting, it's sexy. All right, we want to believe that that's going to change our physique more. I'll tell you, most men, they just don't put enough emphasis on their nutritional habits. So I want you to stick around on all my social media platforms. Watch this video if you like this video. If you want to dig in deeper, right? Post your comments, your suggestions down below. Continue watching this social media platform. You'll see more and more videos where I'll dig in deeper to the solutions to these 5 biggest challenges that older men with busy, productive lives face. I want you to come along with me. I want you to take our relationship even further. I have a members-only website with training routines, diets, podcast, images for inspiration, even personal development for older men with busy lives, so we can become the total package inside and outside the gym. My Man-Formation course, it's in this members-only website. I want you to go to manformationworkouts.com. manformationworkouts.com. Fill out that questionnaire. Fill out that questionnaire completely. I want to know all about you, where you are now, where you want to go, what are the challenges that are facing you, both inside and outside of the gym, right? When I see that you fill out that questionnaire completely, thoroughly, I can see that determination. I'll reach out to you. You may get a call from the 925 area code or a text. That's me, because I see that determination and I want to reach out personally to help you, right? Fill out that questionnaire and I will send you a username and password into my exclusive members-only website for workouts for older men. Again, with workouts, nutrition, audios, videos, personal development. It's all in there. It's absolutely free when you go to manformationworkouts.com. I will personally issue a username and password. Again, fill out that questionnaire fully. I might reach out to you, get that call, that text from the 925 area code. Those are the top 5 challenges that men with busy, productive lives who are a little bit older, who want to take control of their fitness and they're looking for information all over the internet. Those are the top 5 challenges that they face and the solutions. If you like this video, make sure that you like it. Post your comments, your questions, your suggestions down below. You can always reach out to me if you have more questions, and continue on this journey. And thank you so much for watching this video.